hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okay, so I've already done a Meghan video that I'll put up first before this one. Obviously about Disney and stuff like that, about, you know, she's going to be in some roles as well, disappointingly, I know. And then I've just seen within the last few minutes about a podcast with Lemonada going on about confessions of a founder. Okay, should be Meghan. I'd watch it if it was confessions of your foundation, you know, that Archwell charity. But yeah, so we're going to have a look. Okay, we're just going to see a short reading probably. So how is Meghan feeling about Lemonada and a podcast? Well, I see a problem with it already. Okay, so I know it's due out on the 8th of April. You know, I think what's happened in the past with Lemonada and Meghan is that Meghan wouldn't have been happy with any criticism of sorts. You know, remember they was going to do the podcast, the archetypes and all like that. So they wouldn't have agreed for that. It's just like, you know, recycling old air, to be fair. So Meghan's had to kind of come up with something like this. I feel like she needs to apologise to Lemonada for some reason. I also feel like, you know, this could be later than planned as well. So that could be that this was due out a while ago, before Christmas, or indeed that it's going to be delayed in the future. So will this podcast be delayed in the future? Yes or no? No. So it's going to, looks like it's going ahead as is. Okay, going ahead as is, but I'm also getting that this isn't looking good actually. Okay, oh dear, somebody's unwilling, somebody wants it removed, somebody wants you know, I think a delay. How does Lemonada feel about Meghan's podcast? It's a better way forward than it was. You know, that's the path to go down for Lemonada. I think because they have sacked off the archetypes. This is, like they've said, this is the way forward. Something new. So is that because? Did Lemonada tell Meghan she couldn't use archetypes? Yeah. Let's see how you go with something new, Meghan. You know, we don't want to just be promoting something that's already died a death and being promoted on another platform that actually, you know, wasn't popular. So I think that's what it is. So you've got some differences here of opinion, but Meghan is towing the line. It's as if they'll say, you know, see how this gets on. And then we'll look at archetypes, you know, later. Oh dear. Well, it's going ahead then. How does Meghan feel about the actual podcast itself? She's going to pull stunts now. You know, pulling a stunt with Meghan tells me that she's going to claim glory for something that isn't her doing. She's going to twist something around. It's like when the January 6th, you know, comes up and Harry's questioned. That's what Meghan's going to do. She's going to sort of like twist it and turn it, spin it to their favour. How does Meghan's, you know, has this been done already? Is it a done and dusted podcast? Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. You know, she might want to be touching it up a little bit, but it is done. How do Megan's guests feel about the podcast? Oh, yeah, like, you know, it's all about empowering women. You see, that's the road, you know, Megan is going down. She's just, quite frankly, come out and said about her, what is it, a dinner hacks. That's what you'd have called it. If you just said it's just a way to do something quickly, then, you know, everybody would be fine on it. But, you know, it was billed as a bloody cooking show. So I do feel like there's, you might get one famous person that we know. It's all about balancing how, you know, how intelligent people are and how hardworking, and then the women that have got everything: money, power, fame, kids, love. Yeah. I can hear you throwing up. How will the public how will the public find this? Yeah, a lot of people won't listen to it, you know. The public won't be interested one bit. But how are our guests, you know, gonna feel about it then? So how will our guests feel about the public response? That anything you do with Megan, look at that, 3 in a row. Anything you do with Megan, just, you know, it makes it, well, these people come off worse. They come off worse. If they'd have been on a podcast with somebody else, say, then it would go better. But there's that much criticism and bad feeling towards Megan that it just ruins it for a guest, I suppose, you know. They're going on a show that everybody's going to hate even before it hits the screens. What concerns do Lemonada have? You know, at the end of the day, they're there just to put the podcast on, you know, and supply it. That's what they are. They're streaming it. So they don't want to get into any battles at all. It's as if, like, it's Megan's thing, put it on, and that's it. That's as far as they want to go. So they don't want to get involved with all this criticism and arguing and her creative differences and her demands. How do Lemonada feel about Megan as a person? She destroys everybody. She destroys everybody, you know. They see that they're very, very negative. Megan's destroyed, well, not destroyed, but she's offended the royal family. She's offended the UK people. She's offended Americans. She's offended everybody, basically. Netflix, Spotify, South Park. And they can see why, you know, just in those few dealings that they've had with her. But what do they like about Megan, you know? Harry, you know. Harry might, you know, they want Harry to make like an appearance on the podcast. So is that yes or no? Do they want Harry involved? Absolutely, and he will be on it. He will be on it. He's the draw. He's the draw. So yeah, it will go ahead. The public are just gonna, you know, be as they normally are. I don't see anything too horrific. Because like I said in the previous video, she's going on with other people. So, and then she can't, you know, people won't drag others down. I know the lunch and everything, this cooking show she had, you had Mindy and all that, but they are entirely affected. But if you're in a movie, like I said on the previous video, if you're in a movie and you've got other good actors in, it's going to be hard to pull her down and criticise without it spilling over. You know, just she knows this now. She knows this. And how will Lemonada feel about the viewings and everything once they have aired this? Because there'll be, I think it's more than one podcast. Competing interests, you know. I think the people at the top of Lemonada will be arguing about it. So you got 50-50 saying, oh, it brought a load of attention and publicity to Lemonada as a platform. And then the other half will say it was an absolute disaster. It was a disaster. Does Meghan plan any more podcasts with Lemonada? No, I think it's, you know, more or less a one-off thing. So Archetypes was a one-off, even though it had several episodes. And I kind of feel like this is the same again. What is Meghan's true motive for this? What's, you know, what's the motive? Because she's going to be lashing out, you know, she's having a go back at us, at her critics. Again, she can't help herself, you know. I mean, some people irritate me sometimes, you know, but the worst thing to do really is you can mention it once or twice on your channel, but if you start going on and on and on and on and on about it and make it obvious, you know, people don't like that. They just switch off. Yeah, this is like a few clapbacks, okay, as well. How does Meghan feel about Lemonada demanding Harry as you know, a small part? Well, right now she'll do anything for money. She'll do anything for money. She's not happy, but you know, she knows that she needs him in to build those coffers up as well. I mean, how much money are we talking here? Not a lot. So what I think is that she'll be, depending on the success of it, will be payment. So, you know, if it goes into, I think they've got like bands, okay? So band 1, band 2, band 3, all the way up to 5. If you get 5, you know, it's very, very good. You'll get paid. But really, it's not enough money for her. I think there's an actual loss of money. You've got lots of people to pay. You've got your guests, donations, a new studio probably. They wouldn't do that. She's already got one. Yeah, I just think, yeah. So, will these people, who are the guests? Tell me who the guests are. You know, what kind of guests have we got? Let's go for 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So one will be an online shopping centre. One is like legal as well, so, you know, supporting the infrastructure of online businesses. And one is really, really successful, you know. I kind of feel like a blonde woman here. I don't think she's English or all like that. I get P, maybe Persian or Italian. I don't know. She's got real nice olive skin. And how will these 3 people feel about Meghan? So, you know, how does this one who's in goods and services, I'll say. Don't like her, less than happy, wasn't going to be what she thought it was, you know, didn't get to see the kids or the dog. Didn't get to go to her home. And how does this person feel about Meghan? Shocked and short notice. So I think that could be to do with that. Why is she wanted? You know, she's a truth teller, so why is she wanted? I think she was shocked. So I kind of feel like that's it. Just shocked to be able to go on and have a chat with Meghan, or is she going to do it like she did before? Fill in the gaps. Yeah, look, less than happy, didn't get to see. Shocked, you know, that you can go on a programme and probably not even see Meghan. And what about this woman who's real tough and strong? How does she feel about Meghan or Will? Well, she'd never gone on, you know. She feels like Meghan will have just upped and gone, you know, upped and gone. So you got three powerful people here, and it is not what it seems. Will and Meghan. So, you know, the reason all these people are disappointed and thinking, you know, go on, I just don't want to even be here. What is the reason for that? Is it because Meghan will Meghan interview all these people properly? You know, sit down, have a chat. Will she be there? Or will she get other people to do it? She's going to do it better this time. She's going to do it better. She's going to do it better. So the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my. Opportunity. Okay, so why will this person feel less happy? Oh, because she thought, you know, they probably thought it's all bigged up and that it's going to be a massive success. But also, I told you as well, this might be to do with FaceTime. Because I'm sure she can't get 3 people in all of America to sit down with her, can you? And why will this person be shocked? Because, you know, this person feels like it's kind of false, you know. It's not as it seems. It's not as it seems, denying an underlying truth. Deception as well. So, kind of feeling, you know, deceived about the whole thing and how this is put together. So, she may be saying, you know, live on TV or the podcast, whatever, that, oh, it's great. You know, we're going to sit down and we're going to have you know, I'm getting a contract here, a contract. So it's definitely not that. It's definitely not that as well. I kind of feel like this person is going to be worried. Because this is a truthful person. And if you're being told, you know, to not talk about this, that and the other, then that's not the truth. So I think that's what's, you know, she wants to tell the truth. It's a shock of how things are actually run on this. And I just get deceiving oneself, you know, thinking, oh, it's going to work out, even though you've got red flags already. And the third person, please. Why does she want to turn her back? Because the person she's dealing with is not Meghan, okay? It's somebody else who's kind of headhunted them. I don't know, I kind of feel like this woman feels like pushing men out their way. Kind of pushing men out their way. This woman is somebody who is a very strong character, so who's been divorced as well. But I don't know, you know, this person here, it's like looking at a man, looking at a man. Looking at a man. That's all I can get. All I can get. Will this be the ratings success that Meghan wishes for? Do you know what? I kind of feel like this person thinks, what? I thought I was, you know, going to speak to Harry as well. Will it be the ratings smash that she wants? No, because she's going to be exposed, you know. Another mistake, another thing she didn't do. She'll suffer humiliation, but, you know, she seems to like that. I think she gets off on it, don't you? The amount of time. So I think just like all the projects, it did seem that for a minute she's going to do better in this. But obviously when it all comes out, you know, there'll be stories there. Oh, we didn't see her. We did it all online. Or we wrote to her. Or we recorded our voices. We never got to sit down with her. There'll be a lot of things like that coming up as well. So will Meghan invite all these people to her house? Oh, yes, she does. Yes, she does. Okay. Well, she might invite them, whether they go or not, I don't know. I'm getting the star here, so I'm seeing a lot like Sean. I don't think it's her home. Will Meghan, you know, have these people at her Montecito mansion? No, and so this is what comes to light, that it hasn't been done at her home, or even how she says it's been done. Now, we only found out that later from archetypes that, you know, she got other people to interview him because she's far too important. Will Meghan, you know, use any tips and tricks from them? Will she take advice for the first time in her life? Absolutely she will. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So she's getting them on there to give her all that free advice, to be honest. Now, there'll be talk of advice, but I doubt she takes much of it to task, actually, because this is like the talk of it, okay? Just talking about it. And yeah, I don't know, you know. I just feel like I prefer that one where she gets caught out for something as well. But it might even be something minor. Will there be other podcasts to come from Meghan? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I think that's because maybe she gets tied down elsewhere with something. I don't know. King of Swords reversed is can be quite an aggressive man. Oh no. Oh no. She's going to talk about psychopaths. Is Meghan going to talk about, you know, men who have destroyed the world? Oh. I would say so. I would say, I mean, it might not be men that have, she's looking about men there as well. Men. Well, we know she loves to talk politics about Trump and all the rest of it. Oh dear. Is Meghan, you know, going to bring Charles into this? King Charles? No. Trump? Yes. well, you know, Meghan, all you do is take. Now, I understand Trump isn't popular with everybody. Although it seems it right now, you know, it seems it right now. But, I mean, you can already see the backlash growing on him, okay? So not as genuine folk who just, you know, want to live, not be hand to mouth anymore. I think she's going to do something with presidents. Is she going to do something with presidents? I think so. That way she can justify slinging shots and bringing things up. Well, we'll let her get over this one first. And, yeah, I can see it. I mean, didn't want Harry's idea as well to interview Putin. Where is Harry these days? I ain't seen him, much of him or heard out about him. So, after this reading, I think that's what I'll do. But, yeah. I told you before she was trying to get political, and this would be a way to do it as well. And she's going to carry is she going to copy Harry's idea for talking about psychopaths? Well, I tell you what, if he'd have done that, you know, he'd have learnt a lot about his missus, wouldn't he? He would. He'd know that she's one too. Nah, I kind of feel like she'll keep it the way I've just said. The way I've just said. Because right now, she's, you know, they're all deceiving themselves. Meghan is not with Harry. Meghan is not in love or married or living with Harry. But how, you know... How does Meghan feel about Harry having to be dragged on this Lemonada? That he'll get the hits, you know. She said she needs the money and he's a draw factor. I don't think he is that much of a draw anymore. You know, I won't watch him just because... I won't watch that just because he's on it. And I don't think other people would as well. And what's it going to be? An absolute devotion sermon full of bullshit. To make Meghan happy. She is doing this to lash out. So it's a way forward to lash out. Just speak your mind, love. You know, you don't have to go filming and everything. You can just sit there and post your messages out on your Instagram and say how you feel. You don't have to go hide behind things just to put daggers in. But I suppose that's what people want, you know, people want. Okay, guys, thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this reading, please do let me know. And I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.